Life in itself is a complicated question, cannot be defined in one simple sentence. But what we all agree upon that it is a bunch of problems put together, and that is what is called life. And we all want to solve problem after problem, and then problems keep on coming. If you have become a problem solver, then you also end up solving other people's problems along with your own problems. The hardest problem which anybody has to fight with is their own habits, their own patterns, which they are unable to break from. And those habits are various, and a few of them are known to everyone, and people make fun of you because of your habits. And a few of the habits are only known to you, which you are fighting with them silently and almost all the time. If you get rid of your programming or something called habits, I think you get lots of energy, free energy, and you can pick or drop a habit whenever you want. So habits are generally picked up by looking at someone, or your role models. You like them, and then you want to be like them, and then you start acting like them. So that becomes your habit. And now you're not even aware of at what point of time you decided to be like them. And now that is who you look like. That's how you like talk, walk, act. So that also comes in a habit. And then there are people in your life whom you hate, and you don't want to be like them. And surprisingly enough, you pick up their habits or their way of acting too. And sometimes you wonder that, oh my God, I can't believe it that I'm acting exactly like the person I hate the most. So that is another kind of habit. And then there are some habits which you pull on to get through some dangerous situation in your life, or some untoward incidents, and then you act in a particular way and you get through them, and your problem gets solved. So those habits, they seem to be habits which have helped you to survive better. Those are the habits which are the hardest to first spot and then leave them. Habits which helped you survive certain difficult situations in life. And now they have become your dominant character. Even if you want to get rid of them, you cannot. A very simple example I will take of a child who used to bite his nails. And his nail biting increased to an extent that he started peeling off skin of his nails once the nails will finish. And I was asked to help him. I asked him, and he said, of course, he wants to get rid of this habit of his, but it is very hard. So I asked him, I said, okay, so let's make a plan why we want to get rid of biting nails. Let's pay attention and make a program like, when should we bite your own nails? So I suggested to him that, how about you start biting from 9 o'clock in the morning to 9:15, and then 12 to 12:15, and then 3 to 3:15. And by the time I was about to say from 6 to 6:15, he says, I don't think I'm that crazy that I will devote this 15 minutes after interval of few hours and will sit down and bite my nails. And that was it. He stopped biting nails. It might seem that I have made up this story, but it is not true. This really happened, because the moment you become aware of the habit which you are unknowingly or uncontrollably using, and you see the uselessness of that habit, and you say, oh, I don't need it anymore. And you are just able to get rid of it, not by fighting with it, but kind of, becoming aware of it, that when did I start using this habit, and as a result now I am being controlled by this habit. So I will say best part or best way is to make list of all the habits which you are knowingly using, and habits which you are unknowingly using, habits those you want to get rid of, and habits those who love to have. And then after making a list of them, you can check out which ones you want to get rid of, and then just look at their origin. When did you start using them, and what was the reason at that point of time to start using those habits, and does that reason exist even now? If it doesn't exist now and you do not need them, and now this is the different moment than that moment, maybe that habit will slip away from your mannerism. Do not underestimate its value, what I told you. While making a list of all the habits, you will see that you will be able to get rid of few of them. Enjoy getting rid of some of the habits which are taking away your time and energy, and making you feel all the time. Thank you for listening.